Hello, party people. Hi, how's everyone this morning? We are back for lesson 3 today. Today it's going to be a little bit different because although we're going to be doing this together, I'm going to challenge you to solve these problems in a different way than what we do together. And there will be a Schoology discussion on um, how on the different ways that you solved it, so you guys can talk to each other and see how other people solved it. Maybe you can say, oh, Kenzie, I solved it the same way, or whatever it might be. All right, let's pop through and read this. Some of this, of course, it's a lot of partner stuff, so bear with me. Okay, let's read the bottom before we continue. It says, share and critique peer solution strategies to varied word problems. So we're kind of going to do that in the discussion, but not right now because we're doing this together. Let's read the top, please, together. Use the RDW process to solve the problems below. Use a letter to represent the unknown in each problem. When you are finished, share your solutions with a partner or not. Discuss and compare, etc., etc. That's all going to be happening on Schoology, okay? All right, now let's read number 1 together. Monica measures 91 milliliters of water into 9 tiny beakers. She measures an equal amount of water into the first 8 beakers. She pours the remaining water into the 9th beaker. It measures 19 milliliters. How many milliliters of water are in each of the first 8 beakers? Interesting. Monica, why'd you do that? Why'd you do the equal amount and then all the rest in the 9th? It's interesting. All right, neither here nor there. Can't figure Monica out right now, but what we can do is write our sentence. So let's do that. How many milliliters of water are in each of the first 8 beakers? We're going to say there are blank milliliters of water in each of the first 8 beakers. Okay, now this is going to be a 2-step problem. Here's our first step. Here's our second step. What should we do first? So the things that we know is that she started with 91 milliliters. She has 9 beakers. However, we can't do 91 divided by 9 because she didn't put an equal amount in each one. So what I think we should do first is figure out how much she put in the 8 beakers. What was the total in 8 beakers, and then we can divide. Agreed? Okay, let's do that. If you have a different idea, if you would do something a different way, awesome. Write that on your paper, and then you can talk about it in Schoology. Okay, so she started with 91 altogether, right? 91 milliliters. So let's do 91, and let's take away what she put in the 9th beaker so we can figure out how many milliliters were in the 8 beakers. 91 minus 19 equals, let's say W for water. And then go ahead and solve that. Let's see. I got 72 milliliters. Did you get the same? Excellent. Okay. So this was in the 9th beaker. So now amongst the other 8 beakers, I'm just going to draw them real quick. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're tiny. They said they were tiny beakers. Is 72 milliliters. So now we need to divide those 72 equally among those 8 beakers. So we're going to do 72 divided by 8 equals, what is 72 divided by 8? Anyone? You guys are yelling at me probably because you already know, smarty marties. So if we have, another way of thinking about it is what can you multiply by 8 to get 72? You're right, it's 9. There's 9 milliliters in each of the 8 beakers. If we counted by 9s, we get to 72, right? Perfect. So let's pop our 9 in our blank. Awesome. And let's move on to the next one. Let's read it together. Matthew and his dad put up 8 6-foot lengths of fence on Monday and 9 6-foot lengths on Tuesday. What is the total length of the fence? Good question. So let's write our sentence first. We'll say the total length of the fence is a mystery. And we have feet, so this is going to be in feet. So this again is our 2-step problem, right? Step 1, step 2. So on Monday, I'm gonna label this as Monday. He put up 8 6-foot lengths of fence. So if we were to draw it, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? So this is our unknown. And let's put F for fence. And each of these measures 6. So in order to find out the total, F, we need to figure out 8 times 6, right? 8 times 6. So I'm going to write F equals, what's 8 times 6? Drum roll, please. Yes, 48. We have 48 feet. So that's how much he did on Monday. And on Tuesday, oh, well, wouldn't you know it's a 3-step problem. I'll pop step 3 over here. It's a short step. Let's not worry. We're not going to run out of room. And then on Tuesday, to put 9 6-foot lengths. So let's drop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this is 9 lengths of fence. I'm going to put a T for Tuesday, and these are 6 again. So if we were to count by 6, 9 times, we would figure out that 9 times 6 is, yes, 54. Now, are we done? No, no, no. We figured out Monday. We've figured out Tuesday, the totals. But what is the total length of the fence if we smash them together? Remember, when it says total, what is it looking for usually? What operation are we going to do when it's looking for total? Yes, you're right. We are going to do addition. So let's add the total for Monday and the total for Tuesday together. So F plus T equals, let's do A because it's the first letter of the alphabet. In other words, 48 plus 54 equals A, and A equals what? Let's add those together. Excuse me. I got 102. Did you get the same? I hope so. So the total length of the fence is 102 feet. They did a lot of work. Must have been a lot of work that day. Those 2 days, they earned some lemonade. Okay, let's read number 3 together, please. The total weight of Laura's new pencil is 112 grams. One pencil rolls off the scale. Now the scale reads 105 grams. What is the total weight of 7 new pencils? Good question. Let's write our sentence first. The question is, what is the total weight of 7 new pencils? So we're going to say the total weight of 7 new pencils is blank. What are we talking in grams here? Yeah, grams. So what's our first step going to be? What are you thinking about? We know some things already, some other things that we don't know. What can we do to figure out what we don't know? Does it tell us how many pencils she has? It does not. What it does tell us is that she's got all these pencils, undisclosed amount, and that they eat all together, they weigh 112 grams. One pencil rolls off. Now the scale reads 105 grams. That tells me something right there. That tells me that if I take away 105 from 112, I will know how much one pencil weighs, right? Because only one pencil fell off the scale. So let us do that. Let's do that for our first step. Let's do 112 minus 105 equals P for pencil, of course. And let's just draw a pencil. And it's mystery weight. P equals what? What is 112 minus 105? Do you know? Yes, good job. 7 grams. So if one pencil weighs 7 grams, how many will 7 pencils weigh? And how can we figure that out? That's the question. We know how much one pencil weighs. Now we're trying to figure out the weight of 7. So if we do 7 times P, we will get, I'm going to put N for the new total. So N equals what? If we substitute the 7 for the P, right? 7 times 7 equals N. N equals, you got it, it's 49. The total weight of 7 new pencils is 40. Ugh. I put my 9 and my G together. It's 49 grams. Sweet. Okay. Let's flip-a-roo and talk about number 4. Please read with me. Mrs. Ford's math class starts at 8:15. They do 3 fluency activities that each last 4 minutes. Just when they finish all of the fluency activities, the fire alarm goes off. When they return to the room after the drill, it is 8:46. How many minutes did the fire drill last? That's a cool question. I don't know. Let's figure it out. Let's first write our sentence. The question says, how many minutes did the fire drill last? So our sentence will say, the fire drill lasted blank minutes. Okay, so this is going to be a couple steps, right? Let's see what we know. We know that math class starts at 8:15. We know that as soon as they get there, they do 3 fluency activities that each last 4 minutes. This is going to be 3 steps, isn't it? Just when they finish all of the fluency activities, the alarm goes off. When they return to the room after the drill, it is 8:46. Okay, so class starts at 8:15. Let's draw a clock. And let's draw the time to be 8:15. 1, 2, 5, 7, 8, 10, 11. Okay, 8, 15. I'll draw my shorter hand right there. Mew, mew. AM 15 right there. It's a pretty good 8:15. So this class has started. We're here. Now they're doing 3 fluency activities that each last 4 minutes. So how long is all that business going to take? Right. We need to do 3 fluency activities times the time that it takes, 4 minutes, to get F for fluency activities, the time it takes to do all of those. What's 3 times 4? If we count 3 4 times, 3, 6, 9, 12. I have flour. I was making cookies, so that's why I have flour on my hands, because I didn't wash them very well. Gross, Mrs. Brady. Okay, so that the fluency drills, activities, took 12 minutes. So now, just when they finish the fluency activities, the fire alarm goes off. What time did the fire alarm go off? Let's figure that out. So right now we're at 8:15. If we add 12 minutes, where will we be? Let's figure it out. 8:15 plus 12. Could you add just 15 and 12? Absolutely. Just thought I would put the time in there. So let's say A for alarm. So the time is going to be, what time? 7, 2. So the alarm starts at 8:27 a.m. I'm assuming. I don't think they go to school at nighttime, but I suppose it's possible. Okay, so the alarm goes off at 8:27. What's the last thing it tells us? When they return to the room after the drill, it is 8:46. How many minutes did the fire drill last? It started at 8:27. We know the end time. Let's figure that out. What equation will you write? Say it out loud. You're exactly right. We need to subtract 27 from 46 to figure out how many minutes the fire drill lasted. So let's do that. 46 minus 27 equals, let's do L for how long it lasted. Will you go ahead and do that math? Go ahead and see what you get for 46 minus 27. What'd you get? I got 19. You too? Excellent. So let's write that in our blank. I don't think our fire drills last that long, right? I feel like we're outside maybe 6 minutes. Anyway, 19 seems like a long time, especially if it's cold. Okay, let's read number 5 together. On Saturday, the baker bought a total of 150 pounds of flour in 5-pound bags. On Tuesday, he had 150 pounds of flour left. How many 5-pound bags of flour did the baker use? Good question. Let's start with our sentence. So the question is, how many 5-pound bags of flour did the baker use? So our sentence is going to say, the baker used blank 5-pound bags of sugar. Flour, excuse me. Okay. So, what do you think our first step, if you were doing this on your own, what would you do for the first step? Okay. Me too. What I would do is, we only really know a couple things, right? We know how much he started with and how much he ended up with by Tuesday. That's all we know. So I agree that we need to take 115 away from 150 to figure out how many pounds of flour he used, and then we can figure out how many bags, 5-pound bags he used once we know how much he used, how many pounds. So let's do that. Let's do 150 and take away 115. Let's do P for pounds. And what is 150 minus 115? I'm going to write it vertically over here. It's easier for my eyes. So he used 35 pounds in, what is that? Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. In 4 days, he used 35 pounds. LBs. So now we need to figure out how many 5-pound bags is 35. Is 35 pounds, right? So in order to figure that out, we could do it a couple ways. We could draw out some like bags of flour, right? Like flour. There's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, right? These are each 5 pounds. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7. Let's call this F for flour. We have 7 5-pound bags. The other way we could do this is to write an equation. We could do 35 pounds divided by 5-pound bags is, we've already done that math, right, is F. So F equals 7 pounds. Not 7 pounds, 7 bags, sorry. Look at that. So let's write boop, boop, 7 in our blank. Nice. And let's move on to the last one. Read with me about Fred, please. Fred cuts an 84-centimeter rope into 2 parts and gave his sister 1 part. Fred's part is 56 centimeters long. His sister cut her rope into 4 equal pieces. How long is one of his sister's pieces of rope? Let's see. Well, let us first write our sentence. How long is one of his sister's pieces of rope? So I'm going to start that sentence. One piece of his sister's rope is blank. We're talking about centimeters? Centimeters. Okay. Let's see. What do you think? Is this going to be a 2-step problem? Probably. Step 1 and step 2. So our first step, what do we know? We know that there's an 84 centimeter, that's the total. That's how long it started with, right? An 84 centimeter rope into 2 parts and gave his sister 1 part. Fred's part is 56 centimeters long. So right away, we know if we draw a little or a long rope, this is part of the redraw right process, right? Okay, not a great drawing. Kind of looks like a snake, but we know it's a rope. The total is 84 centimeters. Fred's part is 56 centimeters. And his sister's part, let's call it S for sister, is a mystery. That's what we don't know. So how can we figure out the difference between 84 and 56? Right. When I say difference, that signifies subtraction. So let's take away 56 from 84. So 84 minus 56 is sister's length. S equals, will you go ahead and solve that for me? I'm gonna do that over here so you can solve that without being persuaded by me. Okay, I got 38 centimeters. Did you get the same? Is that right? 38 is not going to divide by 4. Oh, because 7 minus 5 isn't 3. I got 28. See, look. Everyone makes mistakes, even teachers. Now that's going to divide by 4 nicely. Okay, I got 28. What did you get? Okay, now let's move on to the second step because we need to figure out how long her little piece of rope is now that she's kind of chopped it. So the total we just found out was 28 centimeters. But she's chopped this sucker up, and this is what we need to figure out. Let's do R for rope. We need to figure out how much one of those pieces measures, how long that is. So I'm sure you have something in mind. I'm sure you're yelling it from the top of your lungs right now, saying, Mrs. Brady, we need to do this. And you're right. We need to divide 28 by 4, right? To figure out how long each of those pieces is. So this is going to be R. What can we multiply by 4 to get 28? Another way to think about it is how many times can you count by 4 before you get to 28, right? So we can count 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. We counted 7 times. 4 times 7 is 28. 28 divided by 4 is 7. Familiarly, what? Likewise, 28 divided by 7 is 4. They're a little fact family. So there we have it. She chopped up her rope, and they are each 7 centimeters. There we are. Okay, folks, I will see you back here tomorrow for another exciting math lesson. I hope you all have a fabulous day. Take care.